Anal sex after 60. What does it really do to your body, to your penis, to your erections, and to the silent weight you carry about your prostate and your vitality as a man? You've probably never heard the truth because no one ever told you. For years, you may have wondered if this taboo subject was dangerous, or if it somehow explained why your energy, your intimacy, even your confidence has felt weaker. Here's the unsettling reality. Millions of men over 60 are quietly questioning the same thing. They ask themselves in silence, does anal sex damage my prostate? Does masturbation ruin my erections? Is my penis too far gone to respond? The shame keeps them quiet, but the science paints a very different picture. What happens inside your body in these moments may explain why your vitality feels uncertain. And once you understand it, everything changes. Men over 60 are rarely told the truth about anal sex and what it means for your penis, your erections, and your prostate health. I want to hear your story. Comment below if intimacy has changed for you, if erections after 60 feel different, or if prostate issues have affected your confidence. When you share, another man sees he's not alone. That's how shame starts to die. And if you haven't already, subscribe right now, because we're breaking every taboo that's been keeping men like you in silence for far too long. James was 64, a former firefighter built on discipline and pride, the kind of man who had run into burning houses when everyone else was running out. But when it came to intimacy, he was silent. For months, he carried a secret no one knew. His penis wasn't responding the way it once did. Erections that had been strong for decades were now unreliable, sometimes gone altogether. He felt broken, embarrassed, even invisible. When he finally sat in my office, he spoke carefully, almost whispering, "Doctor, I don't know who else to tell. I've tried masturbation, even experimented with anal sex, hoping it might spark something. But instead, I just feel more ashamed." His voice cracked in a way that fire and smoke had never managed to do. I told him what I've seen in thousands of men. I'm Dr. Catherine Rotker, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience. And I explained to James that what he feared was not the truth. The myth is powerful. Men think masturbation damages the penis. They think anal sex weakens erections or ruins the prostate. But the hidden truth is far more biological and far more hopeful. The real culprits are circulation, hormonal shifts, and changes in the prostate itself. After 60, blood vessels narrow, nitric oxide production drops, and testosterone levels decline. According to the NIH, endothelial dysfunction, when the inner lining of your blood vessels stops working properly, is one of the primary causes of erection loss in aging men. It's not the act of anal sex or masturbation that damages you. It's the gradual decline in blood flow and hormone balance. The National Institutes of Health has shown that PDE5 inhibitors like tadalafil only work if your blood vessels are already healthy. They rely on your endothelium, the inner lining of your arteries, to release nitric oxide. But when endothelial function is damaged, which happens in nearly 70% of older men with erection issues, the pill does little more than mask the problem. You may see an erection in the moment, but the root cause continues to eat away at your health. James sat back, listening as I explained how anal stimulation actually affects the pelvic floor. The muscles there support the penis and the prostate. When those muscles engage, blood flow can improve. The Journal of Sexual Medicine has published studies showing that prostate stimulation, done safely, can enhance circulation, heighten sensitivity, and in some men even improve erection quality. What James thought was destroying him could actually support his vitality if his body's circulation and hormone health were cared for. The shame that kept him silent was the real enemy. Silence convinces you that you're the only one. But the science tells a different story. Nearly 52% of men between 60 and 70 report some form of erectile difficulty, and in most cases, the root is vascular, not behavioral. Harvard research confirms that lifestyle factors, diet, exercise, stress, change blood flow and testosterone far more than sexual practices ever could. I looked James in the eye and told him, "Your penis isn't broken. Your erections can be restored. Your prostate isn't ruined by intimacy. The truth is, your body is asking for better care, not punishment. And in that moment, his silence began to lift. He realized the shame he carried for years was built on a myth, not on science. There is a silent enemy working against you, one you can't see but you feel every time your body doesn't respond the way it once did. It's not anal sex. It's not masturbation. It's not your prostate betraying you out of nowhere. The real enemy is deeper, hidden in your blood vessels, in your hormones, and in the shame you've carried without speaking. It begins with something called endothelial dysfunction. The endothelium is the inner lining of your blood vessels. Its job is to release nitric oxide, the chemical that relaxes arteries and lets blood rush into your penis to create an erection. But after 60 years of stress, poor diet, and circulation problems weaken this system. The NIH has shown that men with endothelial dysfunction have up to a 70% higher risk of erectile problems. Your penis isn't failing you by chance. It's losing its supply line. And when blood flow weakens, testosterone follows. Harvard research confirms that low testosterone and poor circulation feed into each other like a vicious cycle. Less blood means weaker erections, but also less oxygen and nutrient delivery to the testes. That lowers hormone output, which makes it harder to build muscle, harder to feel energy, and harder to want intimacy in the first place. You think it's just erection after 60, but it's a chain reaction stealing your vitality. Then there's cortisol. Chronic stress floods your body with this hormone. It shrinks blood vessels, raises blood sugar, and erodes confidence in ways you don't always notice until you're lying awake at night, wondering why your penis won't cooperate. A Mayo Clinic review showed that men with high cortisol levels report nearly double the rate of erection difficulties compared to those who manage stress well. The weight on your shoulders becomes the weakness in your body. And finally, the silent collapse of the pelvic floor. These muscles hold up your prostate, control urination, and stabilize erections. When they weaken with age, circulation in the pelvis suffers. Erections grow softer, the prostate feels heavier. Even masturbation habits start to feel different, like the spark is gone. But the truth is, it isn't the act itself causing the decline, it's the weakness underneath. This invisible enemy robs men of intimacy without them realizing it. You blame anal sex, you blame masturbation, you even blame your prostate. But the real thief is blocked nitric oxide pathways, weak pelvic support, and the silence you've kept around it. You don't talk about it, so you don't fight it. And while the shame grows heavier, your body slips further away from the vitality you deserve. You need to know it's not your fault. This is biology, not weakness. And once you expose the enemy, you can begin to take back your erections, your confidence, and your life. You don't need another pill to feel like yourself again. What you need are simple, natural steps that restore blood flow, protect your prostate, and rebuild your confidence in erections after 60. These steps work because they go straight to the root of the problem, not just the symptoms. The first is rebuilding the strength of your pelvic floor. These muscles are the foundation of your penis, your prostate, even your control during anal sex. When they weaken, erections fade. But when you train them, you reclaim power. Kegel exercises, done for just 5 minutes a day, can transform your pelvic support. The Mayo Clinic reports that pelvic floor training improves erection quality in over 70% of men who practice consistently. Think of it as strength training for your most important muscle group, one that supports both intimacy and prostate health. The second step is circulation. Erections live and die on blood flow, and your body produces nitric oxide to open your vessels and fill your penis. But after 60, nitric oxide declines. That's why eating foods that boost it matters. Beetroot and spinach are rich in nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. Harvard researchers found that men who eat nitrate-rich vegetables regularly have significantly stronger erections because blood flow improves at the root level. And don't ignore Brazil nuts. Just 1 nut a day provides nearly 100% of your selenium, a mineral linked to testosterone support and prostate health. Better blood flow, stronger hormones, more confidence in your body's ability to respond. The third step is something most men ignore: pelvic floor training. Kegel exercises aren't just for women. When you strengthen the muscles at the base of your pelvis, you improve control of blood flow to your penis. The Journal of Sexual Medicine proved that men who performed pelvic floor exercises restored natural erections without pills in as little as 3 months. These exercises also help with prostate health and reduce urinary problems, giving you more confidence in every part of your life. These aren't gimmicks. They're daily practices that change how your body works from the inside. Pelvic floor strength improves the support around your prostate and gives you control during intimacy. Circulation foods pump blood into your penis, helping you see erections return even after 60. Anti-inflammatory spices calm the silent fire that blocks your energy and weakens your prostate health. When you combine them, the results build. Anal sex no longer feels like a risk because your pelvic muscles are strong. Masturbation isn't loaded with shame because you know your erections are supported by healthy blood flow. Your prostate feels protected, not threatened. And your vitality, the thing you thought was behind you, begins to rise again. You don't need to wait for permission. These 3 natural steps are in your hands today. Simple, proven, and powerful enough to give you back what silence has taken. Here's what happens when you give your body the right support. The changes don't take years. They come in stages, and each one reminds you that your vitality isn't gone. It's waiting to be unlocked. By day 7, you begin to feel a shift in energy. It's not dramatic at first, but it's steady. You wake with more strength, you notice your steps feel lighter, and you sense that your body is finally working with you instead of against you. Even morning erections, once dull or absent, start to feel firmer. The NIH reports that improved nitric oxide production from simple dietary changes can increase penile blood flow in as little as a week. When your blood vessels open, your penis responds and your confidence begins to return. By day 14, the changes go deeper. Sensitivity increases, and your penis feels alive in ways it hasn't for years. The prostate, once heavy and pressured, feels lighter because circulation is improving and inflammation is calming down. Research in the Journal of Urology shows that reduced inflammation in the prostate can improve urinary flow and erection quality within 2 weeks. You begin to notice that masturbation feels different, not shameful, not empty, but responsive, like your body is waking back up. This is the stage where men often tell me they feel hope for the first time in years. By day 30, you see the transformation that seemed impossible before. Erections are no longer a question mark. They return with strength and consistency. Your penis feels reliable again, your prostate feels supported, and your confidence in intimacy comes back to life. The guilt around masturbation fades because you know your body isn't broken. It's healing. You stop blaming anal sex or age because you see the truth with your own eyes. Dr. Catherine Rotker often tells her patients that consistent pelvic floor training and circulation support show visible results in weeks, not years. And the evidence proves it. A study in the British Journal of General Practice found that men who strengthened their pelvic floor muscles reported dramatic improvements in erection quality after just 3 months, with many seeing changes far sooner. This timeline isn't a fantasy. It's a step-by-step restoration of vitality. First, energy, then sensitivity. Finally, confidence and strength in your erections after 60. Each stage builds on the last, and every improvement shows you that your penis still responds, your prostate can still recover, and your masculinity is not behind you. When you see these results unfold, you realize the enemy was never anal sex, masturbation, or your body's desire. It was silence, poor circulation, and unspoken shame. But once you take action, your vitality doesn't just return. It grows stronger than you thought possible. The biggest mistake men make is blaming anal sex, blaming masturbation, or even blaming their own penis for what's happening after 60. You think the act itself is the cause when the real issue is deeper: poor circulation, chronic stress, and pelvic weakness. That's what silently robs your erections and pressures your prostate, not the intimacy you choose to explore. Another mistake is reaching for pills as the only solution. They may create a temporary erection, but they don't heal the root problem. The NIH has reported that dependence on medication without addressing circulation or pelvic floor strength leaves men with worsening erectile function over time. Pills can mask the truth and add more shame when they fail. Your erections after 60 are not gone. Your prostate health is not doomed. The real danger is avoiding the core issues. Fix the foundation. Blood flow, strength, confidence, and intimacy return stronger than you imagined. After 60, anal sex doesn't destroy you. It reveals what your body truly needs to feel alive again. Erections, prostate health, and your vitality are not gone. They are waiting for you to take back control, to stand in your strength, and to remember that your best years are not behind you. They are still here. Like this video, share it with a brother who needs the truth, and subscribe for more taboo-free men's health advice. Comment your experience, because when men speak, shame dies and freedom begins. Anal sex after 60 reveals this timeless truth. Erections and intimacy are still yours to reclaim.